You know, I thought DC was going to look like Germany in the 1930s. Isn't that what you guys said?
You know what's ironic? This is exactly what people in Germany in 1930 said. I want you to listen very carefully to me because getting you to cheer this on is exactly part of the plan. Arguing that Trump's federalization of law enforcement in Washington, D.C. is producing some results, and that is proof that this has always been about security and not authoritarianism. That is part of the plan. I continue to tell you that authoritarianism does not happen overnight. There are 4 stages that lead to an authoritarian regime, and we see them time and time again through history. Number 1, the regime enters the government under the premise of law and order. It presents itself as the savior, the only one that can restore safety and stability in your communities. Number 2, the regime expands law enforcement both in scope and jurisdiction. The objective here is to eventually stretch law enforcement beyond its original role. Police may now be used to punish dissent and starts to creep in every aspect of our private and public life. Once that takes hold, in the next stage, the regime eliminates independent courts and competing forces. Now, the regime makes itself the only true enforcer, standing above judges and above local police. And that is what brings on the 4th and final stage, where the regime imposes authoritarian law as the new definition of order. In this stage, the law isn't what Congress says, it's what the regime says, and loyalty to the regime is basically what the law is. Oh, and you don't have to believe me. In Italy in the 1920s, this guy was cheered on as the new face of law and order. His personal police started in Rome, then expanded throughout Italy. Then he replaced independent courts with secret police, and then dissent was criminalized. In Germany in the 1930s, this guy, not this guy, but the original this guy, suspended the constitution after the Reichstag fire. His police replaced the actual police and then the courts, and then the Nuremberg laws came into place. And in Russia, this guy entered the scene during the turmoil of the 2000 and expanded the role of the FSB almost immediately. Then he neutralized independent prosecutors and court and introduced laws like the foreign agent and extremist law. The danger isn't at the end, it's at the beginning, because the danger looks like safety and people cheer it on. The government wants and needs reactions exactly like this because authoritarianism requires popular support to set roots. Once it sets roots, then popular support is no longer needed, and sadly, history tells us what happens next.